Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I am Billy Redsack.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm not wearing a hat today.
Controversial.
That's what I was called about 4 months ago on one of the videos. What a coincidence.
Brothers.
Yeah. We are the Office Blokes, and we've got a Patreon, haven't we, Mike?
We have got Patreon. Absolutely right, we have. Go and look at patreon.com. Put in Office Blokes React. Go and support the channel. Go on.
Nice
I dare
one.
you.
And we've got a couple of other channels, haven't we?
Yes, we got Office Blokes Try, which launches February the 6th.
Yeah. Well, as long as that's the Friday, then
yeah, Friday. If it's Friday, whatever the Friday is, yeah.
We're still not checked,
keep thinking I'm going to check and I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
But I think it's the 6th.
Just like us to do the wrong thing or go for the wrong thing. So if it's Friday the 7th,
it's the Friday of February that's closest to the 6th.
Yeah.
And if it is the 6th, it is. And we've also got Office Blokes podcast as well.
Yep.
We do a podcast every Friday, talking shite for you to listen to.
6 o'clock English time.
Yep.
The only time, some might say. Bill Burr, how you know the N-word is coming?
We like Bill Burr.
I love Bill Burr.
Absolutely top bloke.
I've been sort of binging his podcast, and a lot of people on YouTube do compilations of his podcast. It's been going for 13, 14 years.
Really?
Believe it or not, his podcast,
Wow.
yeah. And
Long time.
there's loads of compilations of like 4 hours of Bill Burr advice, and it's just people writing in and him giving his take on things. It's really funny, some of it. But yeah, should we get into it then?
Go for it.
Why
How
not?
you know the N-word is coming?
This guy's funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's nice to be back here down in the South, man. I had a real weird experience last time I came down here.
Young Bill
Hey.
Burr.
It's an old video. I was thinking, yeah.
Got hair.
It looks a bit like you there, Dave. If you brush your hair back and grew a goatee and became funny.
All of those things, yeah.
That's not far off then, is he?
Yeah.
In the dark, behind the wall with a bag on your head.
Yeah. Learned how to dress as well, yeah, you're right.
I was in Nashville, right? Sort of an awkward social situation, right? I'm sitting at this bar. There's this white dude sitting like 2 stools away. I don't know him. He doesn't know me. And that Terrell Owens story was in like sports news. So I try to make conversation. I'm like, man, look at this guy. This guy just signed a $40 million contract. He's already bitching, man. How much money do you need to make? And the dude looks at me. He's like, you know what I say? And then he looked over his shoulder, which I now know is the telltale sign that the N-word is coming, and it's coming hard. Oh yeah, it's not going to be pronounced with the A, it's going to be with the R, and he hit the R, he like stuck the landing. It was like a dismount, Klan members high-fiving in the background, like doing the wave. Just out of nowhere. So now, immediately, I'm looking over my shoulder like, dude, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? I'm waiting for like this hail of black fists to come raining down on top of me.
Have you ever been in that situation,
Yeah.
though? Where you spoke to someone, not necessarily the N-word, but any situation
I've been in that
where someone
situation
said
with the
someone said something so uncomfortable, you're kind of like, what the f... And you're
Yeah.
like, and they're looking at you for a reaction. I'm just like...
It's almost like you have to look at everyone and go, the views and opinions of this person do not
No,
necessarily reflect.
carrying a disclaimer around.
Yeah.
I hate when people do stuff like that. That dude made me part of like a potential ass kicking that I had nothing to do with. You don't do shit like that. He just had that word, hot potato, just threw it in my lap. Trying to pass it down to the next white dude. I hate when people do that, man. You know, it's like, dude, feel me out first. Ask some questions. Do you like to fish? Have you ever fucked your sister, right? I start rattling off answers, then you go old school. You give me a pamphlet, you tell me about your militia. Don't just dive into it. That dude was one of the angriest people I ever met. I should have known that word was coming, because he was just watching Terrell, right? Anytime I would bring up, look at man, that guy's talking trash, he would just like flip out. He won't shut up! Those people get like so mad they're not even looking at you. Their eyes are up. You just shut up and play the game! You know what's funny? I don't even like Terrell, but now I love the guy. Because every time I see him talking trash, I know this idiot in Nashville is just losing his mind, like kicking over his kitchen TV. Shut the fuck up! I like violence, man. I am. Not like when it happens to me or if I see it live. I like watching it on TV, you know? Watching people, you know, get attacked by animals. just get blasted in the face or something, you know? Like, I'm a huge sports fan. You know my favorite, like, moment of, like, the last year was in sports? That Detroit Piston, Indiana Pacer bench clearing brawl. Wasn't that great?
We've done that.
Is that Malice at the Palace?
Malice at the Palace.
Yeah. But we didn't. It got blocked off YouTube.
It did, unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good, though,
That's
wasn't it?
It
really was.
It was amazing.
So now I know what he's on about.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen. I was so confused when I watched ESPN that day. They were like, that was absolutely disgraceful. Basketball fans, they just must be... I'm sitting there looking like, I'm a basketball fan. I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed watching out-of-shape civilians get the shit kicked out of them by professional athletes. It was fascinating. And I think as sports fans, we kind of had it coming, right? Because how many times you gone to a game, right? You got a little too drunk, you started screaming at some dude on the field who could clearly kick the shit out of you, right? If you saw him in the parking lot, you'd be like, hey, can you sign my stamp collection? You're awesome. You get in the game, you're all drunk, you're like, you suck, buddy! You're a piece of shit! And they're always calling him up, come on up here! No, come on up here! Well, they came up there. They did, and they kicked the shit out of everybody. It was great. It was like a cartoon. You're like beating up whole rows of people at once, like. I loved every second. I love how Ron Artest punched the wrong guy. Wasn't that great? He taught that dude a valuable lesson in life. When shit goes down, you don't just stand there like you're watching a movie like, wow, it's coming right at me. Must be in 3D or something. That was a 5'6", 110-pound white dude, had an angry 6'10" black dude running right at him. That had to have been in his top 3 nightmares all time. Right behind getting his dick cut off and being lit on fire. And he just stood there. He's like trying to explain himself. Well, I still have the liquid in my cup, so there's no way I could... He's an idiot.
Oh,
absolute genius, isn't he?
What a little sketch that was. That was hysterical.
You watched that all night, couldn't you? Absolutely brilliant.
Do you know what, though? When we don't see it often over here. You don't see it often anywhere around the world where the people on the field or the court go after the fans.
Yeah.
And I saw a clip the other day.
Rare,
Don't know if you've seen it. The clip, it says, football without fans is nothing. And it's Eric Cantona jumping into the crowd. There's no one there.
Yeah. Oh, that's just an empty seat.
Nice.
But yeah, it's, I'm all for it. If you're abusing someone and they've got to give it back,
you're going to give it, you've got to take it.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I had a mate once, I was stood not far away, who got his jaw broken because he was stood next to a fight.
Really?
Basically. And he wasn't involved in it, but it was people that we were all associated with, and it was one of these big bar brawls that comes out of nowhere. I had nothing to do with it. He had nothing to do with it, but he was literally stood right next to it, as in like 2 guys there and he's there. And the guy just turned around and cracked him and just broke his jaw.
When some people lying in bar fights, people have red mist and you go for whatever's closest to them.
Yeah, and he just associated like anyone that was with that group of 20 people was fair game. And then I got in the middle of him and he went for me, but I sort of had the sense to jump out of the way and go, whoa.
Ginger power.
I was like, I'm not involved, I'm just getting him out of the way. But it was fucking
That's when people are riled, though, even if you just get up and try and separate, they can, someone can still go for you, can't they? So
I've always been the worst for it.
Be careful.
Jumping in to separate people.
Yeah.
Well, I get like, some sort of thing where I'm like, no one's going to hurt me. Just dive in the middle and start dragging people off and stuff. Not doing that anymore.
Pulling Darren off everyone else and
I'd let him go.
Not me anymore.
If someone spat at him, then
I'm not going to anywhere. Just leave it.
You're kind of like spreading the word on that. You want it to happen now, don't you? See what happens.
Well, you wanted me to go in Asda, and what was it you wanted me to do?
I wanted you to recite Ray Lewis comments.
Oh yeah.
When we did Mic'd Up Ray Lewis.
That was the one. Did I get blocked?
No.
Oh no, it got squashed, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
bit of a shame that, but
hope you guys like that.
Great.
Bit of Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell on all 3 channels if you can, please.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.